we were younger, we used to sit on the ground.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Irma. Today's video I'm going to be sharing some cleaning motivation as well as some housework inside, outside, and then I do have some answers I'm going to be responding back due to the post that I shared in my latest video. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As you can tell, we're starting off with a load of laundry. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly put a load in. I like to do our laundry as our baskets get filled up. For example, in our closet, for me and my husband's clothes, we have 3 baskets. So one is like our white clothes, our color clothes, which is this basket here, and then my husband has his work clothes in a separate basket. So whenever one of the baskets gets filled up, I just go ahead and throw it in the laundry, as well as with Jayla's clothes, my youngest daughter. Whenever her basket is filled up, I go ahead and add it to the washer as well. The other bigger kids just wash their laundry on their own. But now that the clothes is in the washer, I'm just going to go ahead and tidy up here in the bathroom. I did switch out the hand towel for our restroom as well as for the kids' bathroom. And then I'm just going to go ahead and fix the towels from their bathroom, like their bath towels. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to some more stuff I have to do. Once again, I hope you guys enjoy today's video. I'm going to be heading outside in just a bit. There's a couple of stuff I need to tackle and figure out because something is happening in the garden that I have no clue what it could be. Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. We are outside right now. I am taking a little break from inside real quick because I want to get some stuff done here in the garden. So lately my butternut squash has been looking pretty yellow. I'll share that with you guys in a little bit after I explain a little bit. But I did order an iron product. It's called Iron Tone, I believe, like that, from Amazon. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of iron there because I'm thinking it's probably like a low iron deficiency that it's had because the leaves are not the dark green color like I would like it to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that today. This morning it's actually really chilly. It's supposed to be cloudy today. But then besides that, I also purchased this item here. So this just is like a 4-in-1. It measures the soil moisture, the pH, nutrition, the light tests, and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and test them just to see the different things. So once again, I did purchase this on Amazon as well. And then yesterday, the sprinklers did turn on. Today we don't water today. I also want to check my zucchini plants back there, those ones here, because I think they have a virus that's called yellow mosaic, because some of the zucchinis are coming out like bumpy, and that doesn't look like a normal zucchini. I did do some research, and I talked to one of my friends here on YouTube and Instagram. I went ahead and messaged her over on Instagram, and I asked her about it because she's been having a garden longer than what I have been doing. And I asked her if she's ever experienced that, if there's any tips or something that she could share. So she went ahead and looked into it as well. And she said that if it is that virus, it's not harmful to human. Like, you could still eat the zucchinis. It just will probably have like just a little slight texture and then flavor, which is not like a big thing. But it's always up to like me, for example, if I want to go ahead and continue with the zucchinis or just pull it out. So I'm going to go ahead and just check like the water soil on my plants or my raised beds right now. Once again, you can use this for indoor plants or your garden, whatever. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do real quick. Before I test the soil, I wanted to show you guys what it's looking like. So the sun is shining on it like really bright right now. As you can tell, it is kind of yellowy. It's not as bright, as dark green as it's supposed to be. The fruit is growing very well. It's just the leaves they're turning yellow. So I'm thinking that it is an iron deficiency because still some of them are like green, but there's quite a few that are not. And then same with our cucumber plant. It's producing a bunch of flowers, so I know like the fertilizer is working, but I feel it could be a more darker green than what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and add some to that as well. And then like I mentioned, we're gonna go ahead and check the soil levels as well. My bush beans is starting to look a little yellow from the leaves also. We've actually harvested like 3 or 4 different times off of this bush bean, but I don't know if it could be, since it's in the same bed as the cucumbers. I'm just going to go ahead and add the iron. Another thing that we have noticed in our garden is that this pea here is doing fabulous. It's like starting to twine up on there, but then we have this one on this side that is, I don't know what's happening, but it has like another one on the other side, but the main one, like most of the leaves are dried and then these are green, but it's not grabbing on, so I don't know if this one is dead and probably just trying to survive this one here. We do have a voluntary sunflower, but then again, it's kind of like with this one as well, just the bottom leaves are a little dried and it looks like it's growing another one here in the bottom. And then while our tomato plants are looking fabulous, I did prune off the extra suckers yesterday, and then I noticed that this one has some flowers. So hopefully we get some tomatoes off of this plant before our first frost, or I'll probably just try and cover it and see if that helps it. Okay, so for us to check the moisture, what I'm going to do is I went ahead and clicked it to the moisture one. You just have to move it from side to side. So that would be the light. First one would be the moisture, nutrients, and then the pH. So we're going to go ahead and click it to moisture. You're supposed to shove it down pretty much like half the stick. So I'm going to go ahead and put it here towards the middle of two of the planters and then check it from there. So as my readings show, it's in the green for the wet. See, it's close to the dry, but it's still in the green, which is good, I believe, because it's green. I know it does come like with a little manual that has like several different vegetables and stuff like that, and it tells you like how much it's supposed to be for like pH levels, but it doesn't say anything about like moisture. So as long as that's in the green, I'm thinking it's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that one out, wipe it off, and then test it towards that area.
Even when my teardrops start to dry, even when the sun beats.
So I wanted to go ahead and quickly share with you guys. So I test that side of this bed, which is actually the bush beans and the cucumbers, and the water meter was like between 4 and 5, and I tested on this side of the bed and you could tell it's a lot more wet. It's still in the green, so it's still good. Like I mentioned, the sprinklers did water yesterday, but they don't water today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it like that. But on the other one, or the butternut squash, that one was like pretty much the same like for the whole bed. So now we're gonna go ahead and test the other beds. And here is a close-up of what I was mentioning about my zucchini plants, that it probably has like the mosaic virus. I don't know. Normally it says it's like from a bad seed or like aphids or something, but I have not seen any aphids on my plants. But as you can tell here, let me try to get a better look. But if you see that zucchini there, it's like super bumpy. And then this one is kind of like smooth, but then it's like kind of like bumpy at the other end. So I don't know what it could be, but we're still going to test the water levels for this one.
Begins to shine again.
So in this case, I went ahead and tested it next to our broccoli. I mean, not the broccoli, sorry, our cabbage. And this one is showing that it is too wet. So you can see showing a lot towards the purple side. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the sprinkler on for this one that's over here. I'm going to test more towards the end on that side again and see how that one looks.
Taking all the advice there is, and none of it has helped. Experience has made me realize.
See, so that one is not quite at the purple, but it's pretty close. So I definitely need to turn off this one, especially since we're having cooler weather now. I think we don't need so much water anymore. But we're going to go ahead and check the rest of the bed towards that side. Then we'll check the bed over here.
That I won't build my life on empty words. Being so damn naive, it only hurts. I'm so tired of love songs. Life never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs. I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of.
You guys are going to be able to see it, but we have 2 hummingbirds sitting right on our arch, and there's another one in the bed. See, there goes one. And there's still one more. The other one flew away, but I don't want to scare this one away. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on, and we're just going to go ahead and add this iron tone. It's the Organic Espuma brand. So we're going to go ahead and quickly add that to our butternut squash bed, that bed, and then I think I'm going to add it to the zucchini bed and the carrot and broccoli bed. It should be fine.
And even when the sun begins to shine again, I've taken all the advice there is, and none of it has helped. I'm so tired of love songs, sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you.
Okay, so I am done with the garden. I checked my other raised beds, the ones I normally water with the water hose, and those also show that they're a little bit wet, but the nutrients and the pH and all of that was fine as well. But we're back inside the house, and before I head to the kitchen to start cleaning up the kitchen, living room, all of that, I did want to hop on here real quick, because when I shared this Louis Vuitton bag in my last video, if you guys saw that, I had a lot of DMs over on my Instagram. My handle link was in the video. So I had a lot of people asking me questions about this, so I'm just going to go ahead and reply to most of the questions that I actually received. First off, they asked me how was the quality of the box, like if they were just to gift it as like this. It's a really hard, sturdy box, as you can tell, and then I like that it's a magnetic clip here, so it easily closes by itself. I had also mentioned that it did come with the string, so you could go ahead and just tie it like in a cute bow or something like that for a Christmas gift or a birthday gift or Mother's Day gift, whatever type of gift. So that is what the box looks like. It's just like this, and then of course it has like a picture of like what your purse is. And then of course it does come with the fabric dust bag. If you don't want to always save it in here, you could just save it in here, or just use this one and add it like in front if you have like a cute display going on in your closet or wherever you put your purses or stuff like that. So it does come with the dust bag. It is a fabric one. It's just like that. And then of course inside was the bag. So like I had mentioned in my video, the bag is a textured one, and to open and close it, you just have to turn it like this, and then it just has like the gold accents like this. And then they always asked if it had like the little feet areas for when you put on the floor. No, this one doesn't have it, but I know they have other styles that do carry it. And then I was asked about the quality of the inside. So it's like a leather textured fabric. So what you see here is the same style from the inside. It's pretty heavy alone, not too heavy, but I would figure because of the quality, it's like a really high quality bag, so it is going to be a little bit heavy. And like I had shared, it does come with 2 straps. They asked what style was the straps. So this one is more like the bag style, like the leather style. And then the second one it came with was, it's like a fabric type of style. And then of course it does have like the leather accents like this. Another question I got asked was that if it would look good with both of the straps on. So I'm going to go ahead and attach both of them here, and then so you guys could just see what it looks like. So I'm going to start off first by attaching the smaller one, and they do clip on super easy, so it's like no hassles. So all you do is just pull this part out and then just attach it, and it clips on by itself. So there's the fabric one. And now we're going to go ahead and attach the leather one. So that's what it looks like if you keep both of the straps on. I'll go ahead and try it on so you guys can see what I mean, because I know sometimes you would probably wear it like this, but then you get tired during the day if you're like on a little trip or something, you just want to use it the big style. Well, it's reversible for both of them. But let me show you what they both look like when you wear it and it has both of the straps on. So if I was to wear it and it has both of the straps, this is pretty much what it would look like when you wear it. So it's like this, or if you want to use it just solo, still like this. And then if you want to use the shorter strap and keep the long one on, well, then it will look like this. So I would totally recommend switching it up if you either want to use a long one or the short one, depending what you're more comfortable about. But I'm not a big fan of the way it looks when you have both of them on and you're using the short one. Like the long one just hangs too much. But again, you could use it like this. See, that would be too much already. So it doesn't look so bad when you use it like this with the small strap. But when you use the small strap and the long one is hanging, then that one doesn't look pretty good. So another question that I got was the size and what fits in there. So I'm going to show you guys what I normally keep in my bag. I have my recent purse here that I'm using. So I'm going to take out the stuff in there and put them in here so you guys can see the room capacity that it actually has. Once again, this is how the bag looks. And then if I was to need like to take out my wallet or something, it's easy to access it, take it out, grab it, put it back in, close it up, and we're done. So I'm a more of a small wallet person than a big wallet person. Unless I have carry like my big bags, then that's when I use my bigger wallet, because I feel like if I have a big bag and I'm gonna use my small wallet, my wallet just gets lost in there. But I like it, super cute. I think I need more colors, especially like the sage green, because you guys know I love sage green. So I would need like a green one. But yeah, it's so cute. Once again, I will have it linked down in my description box down below for you guys. I do have a discount code, so you could go ahead and use IRMA20 for a 20% off discount. And then once again, this does make like a perfect Christmas gift, birthday gift, Mother's Day gift, anything. And the company does carry a variety of styles. I'll link this exact one down in the description box as well. And then I'm also going to put like the company website there, but they do carry like shoes and other brands of bags, and then like accessories and stuff like that. So it's just a little bit of everything, not just LV bags or stuff like that. So it just has like a different variety to choose from. They have like backpacks and like luggage styles and like fannies and all of that type of styles from all brands, from Chanel, Gucci, LV, all of those. So definitely go ahead and give them a check in the description box for that link if you guys are looking for this exact bag. It will be a separate link, so make it easier for you guys to go ahead and find it. And once again, don't forget to don't forget to use the 20% discount by just typing in Irma20, and I'll go ahead and put it up right here on the screen for you guys. So now that I already showed you guys and answered the questions I got about the bag, we're going to go ahead and clean up the mess back here, and we're going to go ahead and head on to the main living area. So here in the living room, all I'm going to do is I start off by turning on the light warmer over there, and then I'm just going to fluff up the pillows. I am going to switch out the brown blanket on the ottoman here for a more cozy one since it's starting to get more cold. It feels so much like a fall day this morning. And then after that, I do have to pick up a couple of Jayla's stuff to drop them off in her room, and then we're going to hop into the kitchen.
Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it in the night is young.
So here in the kitchen, as you can tell, there's a lot going on the counter. So I'm just going to go ahead and sort out through Jayla's school papers, mail, all of this that's up here. Whatever does not need to be around, I'm just going to throw it away. I have some water bottles to take out. And then, of course, I have dishes to wash. I have to unload the dishwasher and all of that fun stuff and wipe down the counters. And today I also decided on sharing with you guys how I'm going to be prepping our Mexican beef stew style for dinner. So I hope you guys stay till the end to get that. I really never ever share recipes because I'm not a big cook person. Like I cook every single day, but it's just like something like I'm not used to like sharing because I'm not like, I feel like I'm not the best cook in other words. But as I went to go drop off the water bottles, I remembered I had a laundry. So I went and took out my older daughter's clothes from the dryer. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my clothes into the dryer. And then we can go ahead and move back on into the kitchen.
It doesn't matter what we do, there ain't nobody like you. Look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down, ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you. Talking about yourself and you make me smile. I can listen all night long. I tell you about the time when I first met you, listening to our favorite song. Walking on the street when you caught my eye, something about the way you move. No, there ain't nobody like, so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down, ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you, ain't nobody like you. Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. And you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down, ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you. someone to save me. No, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away, I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think you said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do.
So today we're going to get an early start on our dinner. So I'm in the pantry, of course. If you guys know, my pantry is nowhere near the kitchen, but I just want to take out some beef bouillon, an onion, and 3 potatoes. I'm setting up my cutting board. And then from the refrigerator, I'm just going to take out the cilantro, tomatoes, and jalapeno pepper, of course. And then I do have my Dutch oven heating up over there on the stove. I'm going to put my apron on. And while the Dutch oven is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and quickly wash the potatoes, or all of the vegetables, and then I'm going to start peeling the potatoes, and then I'll go ahead and slice them. I'm going to slice the potatoes like in half and then make it like in good chunks, pretty much the same, so they cook evenly once we put them into cook. And then the tomatoes are just going to be sliced like in orange slices type of style. So I'm just going to slice them. You can either do them in 4 or 6 slices. I end up doing them like in 6 or 8 sometimes, depending on the size. And then I did wash some of the cilantro. That cilantro is from our backyard. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and finish peeling these, prepping all of the vegetables, and then we're going to go ahead and put the meat to cook.
Here we are in your car. Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah. Don't need you here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know, if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Let's be honest for a second. Yeah, you're being over your head, babe.
So for today's dinner, I am using just the beef stew chunks of meat. Normally I would just cut my own meat, but I had this packet in the freezer, so I went ahead and took it out. I added to my Dutch oven with no oil yet. And then to season it, I'm just going to add some Himalaya salt, some black pepper, and some onion powder. And then I'm just going to go ahead and let it like brown and dry up and everything. Once it starts to dry up, I'm going to add the jalapeno peppers that I cut and just sliced in half. It was a pretty spicy one, so if you have a jalapeno pepper that's not too spicy, you could go ahead and add more than one, but mine had me literally sneezing and coughing. And then I'm also going to add the onion to there as well. As you can see, here is where I'm starting to add them. I'm just going to let it cook for a little bit like that, still with no oil. And once the pot is pretty much dry from the liquids that the meat is letting go, then that's when I'll go ahead and add some oil.
'Cause there is no one other than me that can make you feel the way you feel when I hold you. I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are.
Now that I added the oil, I'm just letting my meat brown up to my preference. And then I do add the potatoes also to help it season it and get the flavor and everything. And you are going to notice if you make this meal that the bottom part of the pan starts to stick, and that's like it looks like it's burning, but it's not burning. It's just like all of the flavor in the bottom. So once we add the water, that is going to be releasing, and it's what is going to give your dish or your stew a much more better flavor, like kind of like a smoky flavor, but really delicious, trust me. So I always use a wooden spoon for this because it's like easier to scrape it off the bottom afterwards. But now that the potatoes have been cooking with the meat for a little bit, I went ahead and added the tomatoes, giving that a really good stir. Then I'm just going to sprinkle cilantro on top. I didn't chop it. I never do chop it. And then I'm going to add the beef bouillon on top, of course, to taste. And then I'm just going to give it a little stir, let it cook up for a little bit. You'll see the tomatoes and the cilantro kind of simmer down. And then afterwards, I'm going to add in 6 cups of water because of the size of my dish oven, of course, but it all depends on how much juice you guys prefer. If you want it a little bit more drier or more juicier, it's all up to you. So I went ahead and add 6 cups, giving a really good stir as well as scraping out all of the toastiness, the burnt parts on the bottom, to go ahead and start releasing all of that delicious flavor.
Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah, don't need you here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do.
So I'm going to give it one last stir, cover it, put it on low, let it simmer, cook over here, and then we're going to head back out to the garden because I'm going to go ahead and go harvest some of our vegetables. So I'm going to start off here with my basket. I'm just going to start chopping off some of the lettuce that's already grown, and then from another bed I am going to cut off some basil, and we have one red beet that is ready. I planted like a row, but I only had like 3 or 4 of them that actually sprouted, and well, of course, one of them seems to be already ready according to what Google says. I've never grown beets in my life, so I'm not familiar with that, but we're going to go ahead and pull that one out.
Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave me, then just do it.
The basil, whenever you see me cutting it like this in big chunks, it's not because I'm going to use it this same day, but I like to dry it to use it for meals when it's like required dry and so on. So now we're back to the far part of our garden, and we're just going to go ahead and pick up some cucumbers. There was like 3 of them ready, and there's 2 more coming that are almost going to be ready, but I went in and pick these up before they get like overripe. And then we're going to go ahead and move on down to our bush beans. I was planning on leaving the beans that like the green beans that are there for them to just grow and to be able to have save them for like future seeds for planting, but I noticed there's still lots of them coming, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take off ones I see now to use them for a meal for this week.
Come a little closer, I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower, I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile, hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you.
Now from our fall garden, this is a first time that we're going to be able to pick carrots. So I'm actually starting to pull up the carrots, and I've read that you know that they're ready when you could start seeing like the orange part of the carrot on the top. So that's what I was looking for, and I did get to pick up a couple of them. When I planted them, I just planted the seeds all the way straight, and hardly none of them did I separate, and you guys are going to tell in a little bit once we get back inside the house which ones I did not separate because of the shape they had. But now I'm just checking our tomatillo plant just to remove whatever tomatillos are ready, and this is going to be pretty much all that we're going to be picking from the garden today. So now we're going to go ahead and move back in. I'm going to give our food, our dinner, or the stew one more stir, cover it, let it boil for a little bit. Of course, I'm going to test it, and I feel like it just needed a little bit more of the beef bouillon. So we're going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit more, stir it, give it a really good stir, put the lid back on, and then just let it boil for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to turn it off and let it simmer and cook the potatoes just with the heat. But if you guys end up trying this, of course, let me know, because I don't know, like I mentioned, I've never shared my recipes or anything like that. Or if you guys are interested into seeing more of like what we cook in our house, go ahead and let me know in a comment down below. There I was kind of showing you guys what the carrot was looking like, but it's hard to tell because it still has the dirt on there. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish prepping my vegetables that I picked from the garden today. And as for my basil, like I mentioned, I'm going to dry it. So I'm just pulling all of the leaves off the stem. I'm going to lay it in this basket so it could start drying. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to prepping the rest of the vegetables to store them away.
It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
We had a little bit of lettuce from the last time I harvested our lettuce in this Ziploc bag, but I'm going to go ahead and add all of the rest of them. So what I'm doing is just pulling off the leaves and leaving more like the stem part because our lettuce was being overgrown already. So I'm just cutting off the leaves and leaving it like that. But it's like, this is a 1-gallon bag and it got pretty full this time with all of the lettuce. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add the green beans into a sandwich Ziploc bag and save those in the refrigerator for then this week. I'll just boil them and make them probably like with the red salsa and beef meat chunked like chopped and then just combined it together. But now we're going to go ahead and give our root vegetables a really quick rinse. So I'm rinsing off the carrots first, then I'm going to rinse off the beet. But if you guys have made it this far of today's video, I hope you guys found the motivation you guys were expecting. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys are new over here, don't forget to click the subscribe button. I love to have you join my YouTube family, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye guys.
You know that I lie when I say that I'm fine, 'cause you know me like that. You know me better than anyone I know. And you know I need space, a little time for myself when I'm stressed and upset. You know me better